Okay. Listen, I know it's not the end of the year yet, but I'm broke. And unless I win the lottery and get rated by Mr. Beast in one of my streams, I see no economical advances anytime soon. You know what that means? Happy New Year's, motherfuckers.
NANI?! お前はもう死んでいる。
So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers. 250,000 subscribers.
Hello, everyone. My name is, Dan. Dan the Defensive Gamer here, and today I've got something special for you. You're really going to enjoy this exclusive pre-alpha blackout gameplay, baby. I did the joke. When do I go on Ellen?
Now so you reach a certain point where...
How much money have I made so far?
PUBG, I mean, Blackout. Yeah, Blackout is an amazing addition to the FPS genre. There we go. The riveting gameplay allows for anyone young or old to enjoy this game at any point while you are playing. This is kind of fun. I love going off and feeling like a total badass. But as you can see, this is not me. This is me.
Dude, come on, seriously. You're not the best, dude. You're a loser. That's all you are.
Doom 2016, baby. I don't know what this video is anymore. Honestly, I would have put this higher on the list, but my only complaint is that there isn't more content. 12-hour campaign? That doesn't seem right. It felt nearly twice as short, but I guess that speaks to how fun this game is. I don't usually go out of my way to ask for paid DLC, but I damn near expected it here. I understand why it didn't happen, and I'm definitely not already asking for it from Doom Eternal. I'm just saying. This game was so important, and even though I haven't played any of the ones before this, I understand the massive impact the original had on gaming. To keep it short, I'm just gonna make a whole nother video on this one game, so subscribe if you're looking forward to that, I guess. I say that, wait 2 months, come back and say, well, let's play zombies again. Not this time, though. Now, this one was tough. I'd never had such a hard time choosing between two games I loved so much, but I knew there could only be one. And then 2 more after it. Overwatch was such a diverse cast of characters to play as. You will never lose interest. You got Winston, a giant gorilla scientifically engineered to eat all the peanut butter he wants. Now that is an ultimate. Pharah, the only character so far who can actually fly. Her ultimate is a bitch, but damn is it satisfying to take her out. Widowmaker, a cold-blooded killer with her sniper machine gun hybrid. Yeah, I'm not good with this one. And Tracer, a fast girl. I'm already Tracer. Get the fuck out of here. Tracer, yeah, I'm not good with this one either. I'm bored. Next! I genuinely loved Breath of the Wild and plan on doing a follow-up review sometime soon. Zelda introduced me to an experience which I had only briefly come into contact with before. Previously, I had only stuck to games like Call of Duty and Overwatch, never taking time to partake in my own adventure. Breath of the Wild opened my eyes even wider to a world where I didn't have to rely on crappy internet connection or the straight up randomness that is Call of Duty's matchmaking algorithm. I've beaten this game twice already and just started my next playthrough, and the only thing I regret is not starting it earlier. I held off on writing this part of the video for as long as I could. I didn't want to rush my analysis because I knew my experience with the game would change, and sure enough, it has, but not for the better. I really think Black Ops 4, more specifically Black Ops 4 Zombies, hit a lot of the nails right on the head. If you haven't already caught on, this has all been leading up to a Black Ops 4 Zombies review, and I'll let you know right now why it definitely is not number one. Before I continue, I just want to mention that I will not be touching multiplayer or Blackout in this review, simply because, well, multiplayer is just completely garbage at the moment, and Blackout I'm just completely trash at. So, yeah, fuck both of them. Without further ado, let's get into it. When Black Ops 4 dropped, I had so many more problems with it. Mind you, I play on PC, and from my experience and a few other people that I've talked to, the game doesn't crash nearly as much as it does on PS4. I've heard it does, but most people I talk to don't really have that problem. What the PC version does lack, however, is the UI. The UI is very clunky sometimes, not allowing me to scroll into my weapons menu, always applying paint jobs to weapons in the menu, but never in-game. I mean, seriously. This is the first COD I choose to apply paint jobs in, and it doesn't even work in-game. But yeah, sure, apply it in the menus as a default. Nice. Not only that, but the attachments are messed up too, more specifically the ADM, Hades, and Swordfish, because sometimes they won't show you that you have it applied, even though you do. This really sucks because the game sometimes detaches those attachments, even just by exiting and entering back to the zombies menu. But you won't know just by looking at the weapon, because it doesn't show every attachment equipped anyways. One glaring fault, I guess? I can't even really call it a problem because it didn't affect me in gameplay much. It actually made silencers cool to use. This glitch made your camo appear on your attachments. It doesn't really matter though, it has since been patched. However, I am looking forward to attachment camos being an option in the game in the near future. They also patched the one-hit tigers and unstoppable dogs. Before, tigers had the possibility to one-hit. That's right, the only statistic I could find was possibility. No percentage of how often this happens, or even a simple sound or visual cue like the gladiators do on 9. Not like this would have mattered, since when is anything a one-hit in zombies that isn't a trap or death barrier? The dogs, on the other hand, had never one-hit. However, they did come at you like you were the only person on your team when an enemy called in attack dogs on Black Ops 1. They were ridiculously overpowered. I hated these more than the tigers because at the time, I really wanted to play Blood of the Dead. Because on top of being coddled by Black Ops 3, the dogs were too fucking vicious. Thinking back with a clear mind, I can see that the one-hit tigers were way worse than at least the manageable dogs on Classified and Blood. I think I also liked the tigers a bit more because when they killed me, they just put me out of my misery. Another problem that has since been patched is if you were holding a few zombies at the end of the round, they would die out within 5 minutes. And no, this didn't just happen to the last 3 or 4. All 24 zombies died. You didn't even need to damage them. They didn't completely fix this, but they did increase the time they would die out to 10 minutes. Moving away from the past problems, you have currently present problems. I'll start small and move up. First of all, I understand you have big maps. You don't need to show me every few rounds that you have big maps. I know you have big maps. So why are you trying to show me you have big maps by placing Pack-a-Punch around randomly without notifying me unless I'm right next to it when it happens? And even then, the only map they have a system in place to show you where Pack-a-Punch currently is Voyage. But it doesn't make any fucking sense. This circle means this location. Why doesn't it mean this location? It just makes no sense. I guess I could play devil's advocate and say it switches up gameplay, but when the system is so bad that I'd rather take my chances in going to a random one than trying to understand the system and how it works, it's a bad system. I could see this being a feature on 9 or Classified, but what do you know? It's not on either. This may come down to personal preference, and for someone watching, they may say, hey, I actually like this system. It fits the theme of harder zombies experience, but again, The system is random, especially on Blood of the Dead, which, might I add, is the biggest of all 4. Obviously, this cannot be changed, so there's no reason to harp on it as much as I did, but if anything, I hope it isn't a reoccurring theme throughout the DLC season of this game. Another problem I've heard people talk about, but not really asked to be changed, are the underpowered ass Blundergats. Now the Magnagat, it's okay, but the OG Acid Gat and the Blundergat get no love in this game. Without double tap, these things definitely needed a buff. However, it feels like they've been toned down. If you guys don't know, I uploaded a video comparing all Blundergats from Black Ops 2 a few weeks before Black Ops 4 came out. If you watch that video or just play Mob of the Dead yourself, you'll see just how underwhelming these things are in the newer map. This can obviously be changed, and I would have imagined that it would have been one of the easiest things to do, but if it were, it would have already been done. So what the hell do I know? And for my final complaint that I will mention in this video, because it's getting really long, is the goddamn elixirs. Everybody's been talking about them. Lex made a video, everybody's favorite waffle, Milo made a video, even my good friend Arya made a video. That one's actually really good. I suggest you check it out. I'm going to basically say the same things these guys said. Problem number 1. Elixirs used to charge back up relatively quickly. They still do now, except for the classic ones. These take 20 goddamn minutes to charge back up. Now this wouldn't be an issue if the next problem didn't exist. Problem number B. The best elixirs are the classic ones. Now, sure, a rare immolation is pretty good, and so is shield up, wall power, and free fire. All great elixirs. However, why would I need any of those? If you played zombies more than a few times, you know how to buy wall weapons, pack a punch, and will eventually hit the box all before round 10. The classics consist of Temporal Gift, Arsenal Accelerator, Anywhere But There, Equipment, and Anywhere But Here, and most importantly, the one that shits on all of the rest, Aftertaste. Some may be more appealing to others, but I'm mainly a solo player, but I will still rock Anywhere But There over Join the Party any day. And problem number 3, Nebulium Plasma is way too damn hard to get. You earn about 15 to 16 every hour, and no, it's not based on XP if anybody was curious. Mind you, you need 30 to open 1 carbon combo, which is the basic spin and gives you 3 random elixirs and a chance of a talisman. That's another thing. You're not guaranteed a talisman until you waste 5 hours of your life. Upping the limit to 24 or even 20 an hour would be satisfying, even though this just adds on the grind fest that is Black Ops 4. Those are my main concerns with zombies at the moment. Sure, there are a few other bugs and hitches I could go on about, but I also really like the game and wouldn't have gotten to 3rd Prestige with every bit of intention to getting to level 1000 before the next COD comes out. So here are a few things I like about this game. The maps are absolutely beautiful. I love how 9 mixes mythology into one coherent journey, allowing you to experience ancient Egypt, Irish, Nordic, and Roman-inspired areas without belittling the Colosseum aspect the map was marketed as. The Pack-a-Punch stays in one place, and with the addition of challenges to not only spice up the game, you can also earn an extra life, a pack-a-punch weapon, and even an extra perk. Jobs aren't too new or exciting, but with the spawn room being the best training spot in all of Black Ops 4, it's not that big of a deal. Blood of the Dead may not be my favorite map gameplay-wise, it does redeem itself by being just as expansive and ominous as the map it's based on. We have been here before. Things are very similar but also very different. At first, we don't know if this takes place before or after Mob of the Dead. We soon learned through a few YouTube videos that it is both, and the only chronological aspect that matters is the journey takes place before Gorod Krovi, changing the storyline here on out. Classified is a chronicalized version of 5. Sure, it's upgraded, but in my opinion it looks best with cartoon mode, which, might I add, is the best way to experience Black Ops 4 zombies. I don't care how anti-Fortnite you are, you have to experience this. The Winter's Howl is back and better than ever, as well as Area 51. And again, I have to mention this jump scare. Still blows my mind Treyarch put this in. See, Treyarch, keep doing stuff like this. And finally, Voyage. Arguably one of the most hyped maps next to Blood of the Dead, it fell short for many. The gameplay is definitely not the worst in the franchise, but it is very low tier compared to the Black Ops 4 maps we have now. I'd say the best thing about these maps are the aesthetics. The map is beautiful. I talked about this in my previous video, but I love the idea of the Titanic being a zombies map, and I still do. I just think it could have been executed a bit better. Maybe less corridors with access to more of the map as well as movability. I should be able to go back the way I came from unless it's one of those trick part of the maps that fools you the first time and you have to keep reminding yourself about it from here on out. But no, these things are everywhere. And why can't I go over here? Do you not trust me, Treyarch? I would have had more aerial shots in the map, but that's just not possible in theater mode. Move. Move. my god, why can't I go over here? This is so dumb. Sorry about that. I haven't completed any of these Easter eggs, and unless I get someone else to do them with, I don't think I will ever get them done. I'm not going to get much into them at all, but if you know how they go, you'll understand my pain as a solo player. One thing I really love about Black Ops 4 is the customization in the classes, something that I had hoped to reach Black Ops 3 on release. Being able to pick your 4 perks and basically being able to pick where they are placed on the map is the type of innovation Zombies needs, with also a welcomed addition of being able to switch to your starting weapon and specialist weapon. No more going on long fetch quests and only being able to use the Ragnarok on Revelations. And the only good thing about elixirs at the moment, the ability to have all of them at once and activate them whenever you want, as long as they have regenerated. Though the HUD could have been more thought out, it's obviously not completely copy and paste from multiplayer. Generally, I love Zombies and the way it plays. It doesn't stray too far from the traditional Zombies experience, but it also innovates just enough to where it is a welcomed addition to the ever-evolving franchise. Again, I'm not going to talk about multiplayer or Blackout here, just simply because I have a very biased opinion. I've been playing multiplayer for almost 9 years, and I have seen and experienced every Call of Duty's transition into the next game, and with every year, it's waning on me. If anything, the multiplayer experience to me has gotten worse, and with the introduction of BO4, with its weird and unexplainable spawns, as well as the additional problems that everybody talks about, like the server hurts, 9bang, and shock drone, with my summary being basically the less stuff I can randomly die by, the better. If you can't tell by now, Black Ops 4 is a mixed bag of emotions for me. I've been playing the series for almost 10 years now, and I'm growing very tired of it. The same thing over and over again, with only big leaps coming from Treyarch, and at the moment, it seems as though those leaps are getting smaller every year as well. I thought that the 3-year time frame each studio gets would be beneficial, but with every game's release since, its innovation and creativity have been on a downslope, and honestly, I'm just about done with it all. I'll still be around for Zombies DLC, and if Blackout gets a bump and tick rate again, I'll be back for that too. But it feels as though I've just been hit with the repetitive last 9 years of Call of Duty I've experienced, and I'm ready to focus my hype on something else. Let me know how you feel about Black Ops 4 in the comments below. I'd love to hear any and all opinions on the topic. I apologize for this video taking so long to make and being long in itself. I didn't want to rush this out, and I definitely didn't want to skip over anything. Anyways guys, socials in the description, as well as a few friends of mine I highly recommend you check out. Their content is A1, and unlike me, they upload more. So yeah, check them out. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Peace.
God bless the dead and Bobby. Don't worry if you see God first, tell him shit got worse. I ain't mad, I know you representing the crew, and I can picture you in heaven with a blunt and a brew. Fuck the world, pain was a part of the game. If you a baller, money went as quick as it came. My role models, gone or they